They're completely reworking the Chronophage set, and now it might have just became one of the best sets in the game. Due to the high number of player complaints in regards to the Chronophage set, Plarium has decided to step in and rework the entire set. Not only that they're reworking the base stats, they're also reworking the immutable effect as well. Let's have a look at the base stats here so I can show you how big the difference will be after the rebalance. Initially, the set will give a total of 10% speed at 8 Ps, a couple of immutable stacks, and then a couple of other stats here and there like resistance, 80, and 25% HP. With the initial stats in mind, now here's what the actual problem lies in. Usually, from the event dungeons, players would farm one of the best sets in the game, and that would be the pinpoint set. And the pinpoint set is actually a player favorite because at the 2-piece mark it gives 10% speed, and the 5-piece mark it gives another 10% speed, with a total of 32% speed at the 8-piece mark. No wonder why nobody would want to farm for the Chronophage set. But look at this, after the rebalance, the 2-piece would give 10% speed, the 5-piece another 10% speed, and the 8-piece another 12% speed. So you see the big difference here? They've actually made the base stats equals to the pinpoints. Now the only thing that's left that's making the difference here is the Chronophage set's effect versus the pinpoint set's effect. Which one's better? Now let's have a look at the immutable buff changes too, because this is what makes the difference between you going for only the 2-piece set that gives 10% speed or the 4-piece that gives the immutable buff on top too. After the rebalance, the immutable buff will block an attempt to increase a skill's cooldown on a champion. So as you can see here, it's already much stronger. A champion can receive multiple stacks of the immutable buff. Each immutable stack will negate a single attempt to increase a skill's cooldown on a champion. For instance, if a skill specifies that it increases a skill's cooldown by 3 turns, a single immutable stack will block that cooldown increasing effect entirely. This is huge. Let's keep on reading. After a single attempt to increase a skill's cooldown, the number of immutable stacks used will be decreased by 1. The immutable buff has no duration and therefore cannot have its duration increased or decreased. Again, this is also huge too. The immutable buff also cannot be spread to ally champions, which is a bit of a bummer. If an attempt to increase a skill's cooldown is made against a champion who is immune to cooldown increasing effects and has immutable stacks, an immutable stack will not be removed. However, if an attempt to increase a skill's cooldown is made and cannot be resisted, an immutable stack will be removed. I don't even know why would you put this set on a champion that cannot have their cooldowns increased, because this immutable stack would not really benefit him. But anyway, if a champion steals an immutable buff from an enemy, they will also steal as many immutable stacks as the initial champion had when the buff was stolen. So the only downside with this set is that the fact that you can actually steal the immutable effects. So with these changes in mind, I actually think that the Chronophage set has the potential to become one of the best sets in Raid. This set is definitely gonna shine brighter in arenas than in PvE, but even if you're not a big arena fan, going only for the 2-piece set gives you 10% increased speed. And say you combine that with another 2-piece set like Pinpoint, you can get another 10% speed on top. Imagine how strong this would be on someone like Donatello, which is a support that needs as much speed as possible. Or even Arbiter. In a game like Raid, where speed is king, I actually think that the event dungeon is now worth farming for the Chronophage set. What do you think, guys? Are you going to farm this event dungeon now with the new changes? Because me personally, I'm definitely going for a few 2-piece Chronophage sets on some of my champions. The update is dropping next week, so it still gives the shitty 40 resistance and 10% HP. So I'm not benefiting on anything right now, but at least I'm gonna theory craft some better teams to get better items from the higher levels. With that in mind, I think I'm gonna go for 2-piece sets on some of my supports like Donatello, maybe. Arbiter, she also needs extra speed, and pretty much all my support champions. So yeah boys, just a short video to update you on the changes for the Chronophage set. So let me know what you think about it. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Talking about champions, you can get 2 free legendaries and 3 S tier epic champions on top of Michelangelo if you download the game right now with the download link in the description and pinned comment. You'll get Corrado, and then as your second legendary you can add in the promo code Demon Slayer to get Tholin Foulbeard, Monkey King or San Wukong, get Alice for Alice the Wanderer, Desert Queen for 2 Hanorok, or 3 Hugger for Green Warden Rework. You can choose one of these promo codes to receive the second legendary champion of your choice. And then Uugo, Taguar and Lady Kilen. Uugo, Taguar and Lady Kilen, we don't have her anymore because we fused Lady Mikage, will follow as soon as level 15, level 25 and level 35 respectively. So if you want to support the channel, this is the best way to do it.